to level, equal the 5 Group 1 winners that Michelle's already ridden. You know, Jamie, she's got one of her great young horses in General Beau, who I'm sure she'll be looking forward to partnering in the Blue Diamond today.
Absolutely, Katie. If she can win another group match, and James Cummings has a big hand. He's had 3 runners historically. His best result is 4th, Ingratiating, Animo, Arcaded, Willie Pike, Damien Oliver and Damien Lyon, looking for his 25th Group 1 win.
Victoria's premier 2-year-old race is headlined by unbeaten filly Enthar, already twice a stakes winner.
Well, it's going to be an arrogant win, a soft win. Posing for the photo, did it by 2.5.
With Jamie Carr on board, General Beau is on a hot streak, winning the boys' division of both the Diamond Preview and Prelude.
General Beau holding on.
Animo was a fast-finishing second in the Prelude, Jigsaw third.
What a terrific finish.
Ingratiating impressed when winning last week's Talendert.
But Ingratiating 2 strong beat Gimme Para half.
And rounding out a hot hand for the Blue Army is undefeated filly Arcaded.
Wolves and Arcaded won it well.
Wolves was third behind Arcaded in the fillies Prelude and has the returning Dwayne Dunn on board. Artorius was a big winner at Sandown in January.
But it's Artorius, it's going to be a one-act affair. He's really stretching them late, and Artorius has blitzed them.
And Finance Tycoon is back after a win on the Gold Coast the week before finishing 6th in the Magic Millions.
Followed by Finance Tycoon.
It's all set to be a memorable renewal of the dash for the Diamond.
Here in the Blue Diamond.
It's always a high-pressure race, the Blue Diamond, just 2-year-olds, immaturity. And look, the 2 favourites are actually drawn next to each other in Enthar and Animo. So I'm wondering, with the blinkers on, maybe Animo will try and follow Enthar. Enthar, I'm sure Mark Zara will just pop out and try and keep her as relaxed as possible. The 1,200 metres is a beautiful run to only the 1 corner, so it's a bit of a dog leg. No one really needs to be in a massive rush to get to the fence, and the fence is probably not exactly the best spot to be. So I think Mark Zara will probably just keep her in her comfort zone.
Thanks, Katie. To you, Richo, there's been a change in the track.
Well, the sun is shining and the track is finally drying out, Haim, and we've been upgraded to a good 3 track. I'm going with an outsider here in Arcaded for Damien Lane to team up with Godolphin like he did with the Golden Slipper on an outsider on a filly. I love her acceleration phase. She can sprint really quickly for 200 metres, and she might be able to get a little gap in those and hold off the other stablemate in Animo, who's out of a mare called Animato. I think Bruce will remember this. I think she just found her stablemate Miss Finland too good, so she went over to America and ran in the American Oaks.
Ran in the Lindsay Park colours, didn't she? To you, Brett, for a PointsBet market mover?
Yeah, market movers Enthar Haim. A couple of hours ago it was $2.80, but since then it's been all one-way traffic. It's now $2.35. The favourite PointsBet market mover, number 13, Enthar.
Bruce, if I could borrow $1 from you, how should I spend it?
I reckon Richo makes a lot of sense, and he was right about Animo. Arcaded's over the odds. She's a bit of a forgotten one of 2 unbeatens, but I'm going with Animo. Drawn alongside Enthar, but as Katie said, but really importantly, drawn outside, not inside Enthar.
So there's the prize, the Blue Diamond, one of Caulfield's spectacular Group 1s. The Blue Diamond Stakes for the 2-year-olds, $1.5 million on offer, 1,200 metres the distance. Owners, breeders, trainers, jockeys, all with so much to play for in the next couple of minutes.
So Ingratiating goes in. Animo just away from the other runners at the moment. There's Enthar, the favourite, has gone forward. 230 the tote, 235 official price. Abseiler, who's a bolter here, and Animo, they look to be the final 2 for a special race, the Neds Blue Diamond Stakes. Animo takes a wide alley with Damien Oliver. He had the choice up to the last minute before acceptances, and he chose Animo. Takes a wide stall. Abseiler is the final one. Construct standing patiently with Finance Tycoon. Now Abseiler, just a shade reluctant. Tendon just trying to get hold of the mouth. There might even just be a slight adjustment required with Abseiler. Artorias stands patiently with Hitotsu. A few nerves jangling, I'm sure, in the barriers and amongst the owners anticipating the start. This field of 14 for the Blue Diamond. Absela comes forward out wide and they're locked away. Set to go. Ready, racing in the diamond. Artorias was slow. Enthar away cleanly with Absela, and also showing a bit of speed towards the inside. Finance Tycoon, Jigsaw and General Bow. Enthar deep on the trackers, right up there too, and also disputing the front running is Pagazi as they settle down. A length and a half away next as Enthar is tracking very deep on the track to lead them clearly now from Jigsaw, General Bow, Finance Tycoon. Next out deeper on the track is Absela, 2 lengths away. Arcaded, Ingratiating, Construct, and then came Pagazi and Janebi from Wolves. Well back in the field, Animo with Artorias and Hitotsu last. So it's Enthar up towards the turn at the 500. Clearly 2 1/4. Jigsaw, General Bow, Finance Tycoon, then Absela, Ingratiating, Construct, cutting the corner, Arcaded. Then came Animo the widest. Further back, Wolves in traffic from Artorias, Janebi, Hitotsu and Pagazi. It's Enthar at the 200 metres from General Bow. Finance Tycoon, Ingratiating running on. Enthar has a fight. General Bow coming out of Finance Tycoon, Ingratiating, and Artorias is flying at the 50. Artorias pounces, bombs them and wins. Artorias from Ingratiating, photo third. Animo from Finance Tycoon, General Bow. Enthar got swamped, followed further back in the field by Construct, and then Wolves, Jigsaw and Hitotsu, a gap. Arcaded, Absela well back, Pagazi and Janebi.
Well, if you saw his run at Sandown, you would have had $1 on. He was enormous when he came from last. He's done exactly the same thing after missing the start. Well done, Anthony and Sam Friedman. Well done, Luke Curry. 7 from 2 and a photo. Flying Artie second. His son's just won the Blue Diamond.
Yeah, we saw him drop on him like a bomb there with the blinkers going on first time. Enthar, she got swamped late. We saw her first 200 metres running 10.3. She just couldn't sustain that speed. It was always the query. Animo carted off the track on the home corner, but this colt, he was super. He's really swamped on him with Ingratiating there, and he was finishing 2 to their 1.
Bruce, I saw Anthony Friedman outside the Balnarring post office on Tuesday morning, and Forbes had just refused to load, and he said, I can't believe how disappointing this sport is at times. I said, well, you can win the Blue Diamond on the weekend. He said, I don't think the form's any good. Well, he was wrong.
Well, he was, and he can be grumpy anyway.
No, he's always grumpy, always.
Luke Curry won for Anthony 2 years ago with Lyre, and he does it again. It was just a stunning victory. It really was. Absolutely brilliant last 200. The Godolphin colts ran well, the 2 and the 3. Probably just may have got third. It's close with Finance Tycoon. Enthar, a lot will be talked about the ride, Henry. She certainly was asked to do a bit early. I guess that's her natural way. There's Sam. So this is massive because when Lyre won the Blue Diamond, it was just Anthony a couple of years ago. So this is wonderful for the son as well. But oh boy, the gear change, Henry, and for Flying Artie, well, suddenly the sky's the limit as a sire, isn't it?
Yeah, Newgate stud. They've got all the aces at the moment with Extreme Choice and Flying Artie now winning this, and Profiteer
Capitalist.
a couple of weeks ago, Capitalist. So, yeah, they're flying, and this colt goes to the Golden Slipper now, no doubt.
Isn't it funny, Bruce? Forbes, they were hoping was going to be running well on the Silver Slipper today, and so disappointed, but then suddenly the week turns into, pardon the pun, a diamond. I mean, Artorias has done something remarkable, and a father and a son combination train a Group 1 together, and we're about to hear from Ant's son Sam.
Well, the winner of the Blue Diamond is Artorias. Luke Curry, the winning rider. Anthony and Sam Friedman win the Blue Diamond. Sam, you're a Group 1 winning trainer. Congratulations, mate.
No, thanks very much, Richo. Look, it's a big thrill. It's yeah, look, there's a big team behind us both, and you can't do it without all the staff, and this horse has spent a lot of time at both Pinecliff and Flemington, and yeah, look, it's just a huge thrill.
You worked with your dad when you won with Lyre only a couple of years ago with Luke Curry. You worked with him with Hanseatic. What does it feel like to have your name in the book today?
Yeah, well, look, it's a great feeling, but look, as I said, I mean, there's so many people behind this horse, and we're a big team. We've got some really good loyal staff. Rebecca Smith at Pinecliff, Steve Adams, Brad Taylor, Leanne Fielding, all our riders up at Flemington. I mean, it's just a big team effort, and yeah, it's just a huge thrill.
Tell us about this guy, a colt by Flying Artie. You put the blinkers on today for the first time. Was that the key?
It definitely was. Look, we gave thought to the blinkers, to be honest, before Sandown, and we thought we'd give him the benefit of the doubt again, and he was dominant, so then we had a bit of a think. I actually liaised with Daniel O'Sullivan, who does a lot of ratings and form, and sort of said, look, how much do we have to make up on these sort of horses? And he thought we've got to make 4 or 5 lengths up. We tended to agree, and the blinkers, you know, we didn't have him on his trial last week, and he was very lazy, so yeah, look, they've sharpened him up. He worked strongly Tuesday, and he's come here and done it today.
What about the barnstorming finish? At one stage, he looked about 5 lengths off them, and the blink of an eye, he'd hit the front.
Yeah, look, there was sort of shades of his sire there, but he went one better. So the son of Flying Artie, he's a very valuable horse now, and yeah, as I said, I mean, you watch replays of Extreme Choice and Flying Artie going at it, and Flying Artie was obviously very unlucky, and yeah, I suppose to have his son sort of finish off and go one better, it's a big thrill. Can you remember when you first saw him? He's purchased at 125,000 the Magic Millions. Can you remember him as a young horse? Yeah, look, he was very immature. He probably looked like he was 6 months off being a developed yearling, and to be honest, I didn't love him. Dad liked him. Dad's a very good judge of a yearling, and you know, we thought he was very immature. We gave him time, and honestly, just in the last 6 months, he's just turned into a beast. So 1200 is probably short of his best in terms of his distance. He's a horse that, you know, we'll be targeting at Guineas in the spring. You're glad you joined the family tradition? Yeah, look, it's very nice. And I suppose having the family colours on today is a nice touch. Yeah, it certainly is, mate. Enjoy this special win. Well done. Cheers. Thanks, Richard.
Well, have a look at the happy jockey. I mean, superb ride from Luke. And Bruce, I can't imagine as a father how much pleasure you would get training a Group 1 with your brothers, but I think even more so with your son.
No, for sure, Heyman. Sam speaks so well, doesn't he? And he's got his head in the right place with these horses. He talked about his father being a great judge of horses. This acceleration is what thrills us when we watch horse racing. His ability to quicken, ingratiating was great. Animo was enormous as well, to be honest, but that quicken, very interesting, Haym. Geelong, Sandown, Blue Diamond. I don't think a horse has ever gone through such a program and get to a Blue Diamond. Henry would probably know better than me, but a most unusual program, Henry.
Yeah, and 1300 back to 1200 is the ultimate thing too. I suppose the blinkers negate that a little bit, but he could be a colt that could go to Sydney, and he could go through to the sires as well, Bruce.
For sure.
Well, just a fabulous edition. Well done to all involved with all of the horses that got there, but to Team Friedman, take a bow. It's just a huge performance. To Rose Hill we go next, to the Hobartville Stakes. Last year it was Brandenburg for Seymour Bloodstock, Agon, King's Legacy, North Pacific, Peltzer, all going head-to-head over the 1400 metres when we come back on 7. 2 Blue Diamonds for Luke Curry, 12 Group 1s. Let's hear from him.
Oh, the smile says it all, Luke Curry. Congratulations. You've got another Blue Diamond, mate. Describe that last 400 metres.
Yeah, well, I thought he was a chance, but sort of raced a little bit on and off, and through the run, I knew he was getting a good run through, but I thought he might struggle late just because he hadn't really had a chance to really travel down to quicken, but he just kept coming. It was an amazing feeling the last bit. He's a pretty special colt, mate. You've been through hell and back. We've been talking about that. It's moments like this, though, that just makes it all worthwhile, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. You know, it was. I missed this day last year with the fall the night before, so it's been a much better weekend this weekend than this time last year. But yeah, it makes it all worthwhile. I look around for Sophia, and apparently couldn't get a babysitter and said, "Don't worry, I'm not going to win." No, all the girls are here watching, and she's missed out. So she came last time, but usually most of the big winners I've ridden, she's missed. So I don't know whether that's a good thing or bad.
You start to get a little superstitious, I guess, Bruce. If that's the case, stay at home. I'll win the Group 1, and we'll come home and we'll have a drink when I get there.
And Luke reminds us, doesn't he? Because he was on hand sciatic last year, and then Tim Clark had to ride because of the fall the night before. So lots happened, Hamish, in the last 12 months for Luke Curry, whose career, I think, has just got stronger and stronger as he's...
$500,000, Group 1. It is a deep, deep field. One of these horses is going to win a Group 1 for the first time. It's all happening on the other side of the break.